to the chaos. Okay, new project. We gotta start out with a title. For this game, I chose Salitzli. It's a combination of two of the characters' names kind of mashed together. I chose it because it was one of the more important characters and one of my favorite characters. There's no other reason. Yep, that's it. You can name your projects however you want. You can name it after the world or like a plot point or a character or a fun name or bash things together. So here we start with our first map. I'm deciding to go kind of back in time so the player gets a sense of previous events before they begin. So we're going to the mountains. Made it a little taller, but not wider. You'll see that I do make it wider and then change my mind. It's because I want this to just be a cutscene. I don't want the player to move around in it. And so it doesn't really matter if it's wider or not. Where the grass is what the screen sees. It doesn't see anything more than that. So you have to scroll the screen if you want. So, yep, there it is. I decide to cut it down, make it longer, and then I'm thinking about maybe having it scroll up. Currently, that is not in the game. I might change my mind and put it in there, but we'll see. I'm just going to kind of let this play. I'm going to speed it up, and you can see me making a map. Map making in RMXP is fairly simple. You left-click on the tiles that you want. Left click on the map and they appear. You do have to be careful if it has white in the background. That needs to go on the second layer or above, unless you purposely want your background picture to show through, which sometimes you do. You can select multiple things by clicking and dragging or right clicking on either the tile set or the map. That's really useful if you want to take a big chunk and just copy it multiple places. I end the map pretty much here. Is finished. A few more touch-ups, playing with the color of the cliffs so they all match up, and then we'll move on to the next thing. Okay, so here I've decided for the cutscene that I want a portal. There's not a portal in the game already, and I don't know if there's a one online. I'm sure you could find one or find somebody who would make it for you, but I wanted to make my own. So I have the game, what is it called? You can see it up. The game character hub up in the top left. It's a nice program. There are some downsides to it. Some of the library items are a little offset, and it has items from the maker, but not much extra than that. It does have some, but not a lot. But I still really like it. I use it all the time for any of my characters, most of my battlers. I really like how it does all the pixel work, and since that's what I'm using it for, that's what I'm using it for. This is me trying to decide what size I want the portal. I know I want it to be 4 frames by 4 frames because that's how most of the characters are in RMXP. What I want to do is why I'm setting up as a character instead of like an image or something is because if I set it up as a character, I can give it an animation, and I want it to have like a swirling pattern in it. I'm going to let recording me take over because I like some of the conversation that happens. I explain a bit more of my thought process. Enjoy. Without like selecting it and then moving it. Okay. So this is my... But I want the portal to be as tall as this. Okay. Whatever. Okay. I am going all the way up. pixels wide. 3, 4, let's do 4. Excuse you. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna have magical runes, and if I feel really fancy, I could even what was I thinking? Oh, I could even make like the inside like swirly, like you can see the magic on it. Okay. The thing about the white here, I'm gonna have to eventually select and delete it. So I might as well not do it, but I want this edge to clean up nice. Where's the middle of my canvas? I don't know. Like these two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This is 20, right? Always measure twice. Go once. 11, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You see, that's why you count multiple times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. That'd be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, yeah, this is not centered. I would like it to be. Let's just do. So that's a fat gate. I like it. Okay, I want the same on this side. So I'm gonna kind of erase that because I don't know exactly where I'll lay, but here this is lined up right across with this one, and then it goes up 3, then 2, then 2, then another 2, then 2, just 1 right here. Wait a minute. I'm confused. I've confused myself. I should have just drawn half of this. Remember what I said about my art skills in the beginning? Yeah, how about we... We all just acknowledge that things take time and practice, and I may have not put in enough time and practice to my art skills in order to increase them to a level that is better than where I am at. That's fine, it's fine. They are good enough for me for this purpose. They will be. It's a rough start, but it will turn out fine. I believe. Okay. Let's copy this. select it and move it over. Though I can't flip it. I have to wait. Can I flip it just automatically? I think I have to rotate it by 180. Wait. No. Wait a minute. If I want to flip here to here, that's 180, right? No, that's 180. Wait, I don't know. I don't know how math works. Is there a thing I can just like flip? Could I just flip them? Aha! I found it. Look, guys. I'm good at this. Okay, now we're gonna move it over to match up with that one. That's one away. Okay, then I'm gonna merge these. Take this and select. I'm gonna select everything. Okay. And this is my gate. And everything in this area. And I can copy the base form of the gate on all my squares. I just want to be able to have it like, I'll have a couple color options, and then have the, like have it swirl. That will be cool. Would it be faster to select my selection and then just fill it? Yes. I'm not going to do that though. Here's me just manually filling it in. So that's the choice I made. They're fast methods. Go ahead and use them. That's the one I did. No. I went to do color picker, but it is not the same hotkey on this as it is on Paint, which I paint.net, which I usually will use for coloring and stuff. Why? Because it's free, and I don't color a lot of things. It's good. I mean, it has layers and selections and quick keys and whatever. I remember growing up on MS Paint. And then I discovered like what layers were and what they did, and I was like, holy crap. You can like draw stuff on top of stuff without ruining the stuff underneath. What? I was amazed. I would use it most often in the beginning for line work on art. Because I knew, you know, or like coloring in line, whatever. Coloring in the lines. Because I knew with the layers, how they were, if you had line work above and then you colored underneath, you wouldn't mess up your lines. And that was revolutionary to me. It was amazing. You know, I know more now. I'm still not like I don't do this for like a profession or anything. It'd be cool if I could. But, you know, it works. You don't have to be perfect at something in order to do it or enjoy it. I think the world we live in places a lot of emphasis on, well, can you make money from it? And, you know, sometimes we just need to be able to do something for fun. Or, you know, relaxation. Anyway. I don't know. 3, 4. I guess I could have just done this the whole way and then flipped it, but here we are anyway. I think I will flip it, so I don't have to recount, like, the spacing. But yeah. And the thing is, 1, 2, 3, 4. See, that's too many. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I mean, life and 2, 3, 4. And a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4. Like in the past, it was, you know, what's that quote? Like, I study war and politics so my son can study, like, agriculture so his son can study the arts or whatever. Like, we want to leave the place better and then have an easier life, but it didn't exactly turn out like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, and 4, which I think we can mostly blame greed for, but this part looks really thin. 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's not, but it looks like it, so I might. I'm gonna pause it on here. Yeah, it looks like it gets thinner, so maybe if I, because it's like 2 away from like this direction, even though it's 4 down. So yeah, let's make that look a little better. Okay. I do think that's better. Still seems like a little thin. Right here where it just goes straight. I don't know if that's better or not. Okay, close enough. That's the wonderful thing about pixel art, is it's so small. I mean, you're not gonna see any huge blemishes on it. And if you do, you're looking too closely. How about you just stop and try to enjoy the game? There's not like a deselect, which I really wish there was. There's just a select all. Whatever. Okay. See, so that's my gate. Pretty good, pretty good. So I put some final touch-ups on the gate so it's the correct shape that I want. Just a few pixels here and there, but when you're zoomed in, you can tell. I want to make sure that the border is wide enough that I can fit the runes on it, because I want runes on it later. And then you'll watch, I will copy this one and paste it in all the other boxes and change their colors. That way I can have a variety. For my game, I only use the blue one, but I figured if I'm going through the effort of making the pixel art, I might as well do multiple colors just in case I want to use it for some other game or event that I have in the game if I change my mind on what's going to happen. So I'll finish that up and let recording me take over again. Okay, nice. I realized I wanted to put runes like around here, and I copy pasted before, so the runes are just going in another layer so I can still copy paste them without messing up the colors, because I did those first. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Yay! Add another drawing layer. And this one will be swirls. So we're gonna go kind of purpley, just kind of, I don't know. It doesn't matter what the first one looks like as long as I swirl it around for the rest. So let's just do a swirl. Yeah. And then I wish there was like a paintbrush so I could do more than just a pixel at a time. Like, I understand why it's like that, but also, what if I just want to do more? So let's see. I'll get in my head eventually. I'm gonna tell my friend about this. It'll be cool. So I was talking to her earlier, because I technically finished Questing Adventure several, I don't know, not quite a year ago, but it's been a little while, and I'm just gonna merge these. But I finished it while I was out of town. I was away from my normal computer, and so the flash drive it was on actually ended up burning in an accident, and I lost all of that information. But the thing is that my brain said that it was done. So for the longest time, I had a really hard time doing anything with this game, because my brain's like, well, you don't need to do anything with it. You finished it, you know? Even though I didn't, but I did. You know, brains are weird. Because that completionist switch had already been flipped. It's like, oh yeah, that's done. That was done a while ago, you know. But it wasn't. Well, kind of. So I'm finally like getting back into it, just barely. So it's pretty cool for me. Take this and rotate it 90. Ooh, no, I just want to rotate it a little bit, so I want to rotate it. I want to smooth it. Yes, I do want to smooth it. I don't know, there's something about... Let's do 15 degrees at a time. Kind of play here. I don't need to smooth it. I can smooth this one. Oops. So here I am taking that swirl I had made and pasting it into the other portals so I can get a good spinning effect, and then I'll be adding some more layers to add dimension. So I'll have a few different colors, some darker, some lighter. Once that's done, I'm going to play around with the layer blending mode, the opacity, and then I gotta go and do cleanup since I'm using rotated and they're actually ovals, not circles. Gotta fix that. The swirl was a bit squished in my opinion. I did like it, but it was just much too squished. It didn't extend all the way to all the sides, so I decided to make it larger so it'd fill up more of it. And then of course, since I made it larger, again, I have to do some cleanup. Not too bad. I am deciding to go in 1 pixel at a time and erase it, so it's quite a lot of work, but I didn't want to risk selecting that color and erasing parts that I didn't want erased. So I figure doing more work a pixel at a time for me is better than doing maybe less work. That might be ending up more because I don't know a lot about art. And then because I like how it's turned out, I'll go ahead, copy it to all the other portals, check them, make sure they're what I want. Then I'll start entering in the runes. For the runes, I don't care really what they are. They need to fit in the border, and the border's not very large, so they have to be small. So I go with just some dots, some lines, some dashes, just whatever looks interesting. And I want enough variety, but also repetition, that it looks like something could have been written there. Once I finish that, I'll go ahead and copy it to all the other portals. And once the runes are copied to all the portals, I'm actually going to save the portals and then open it up in paint.net. The reason why I do that is because I'm more familiar with paint.net's different layers, especially when I want things like shadows in a gradient. Once I finish doing the shadows, since that's the only thing I want to do here, I'll once again save it, and then I can open up the game. Here we are. I know it worked really well because it didn't ask me what was transparent or not. Sometimes it does, but there we are. There's my portal, so now I can new event, and I can choose my portal as an event. Apply, okay. And then I'm gonna play this real quick. Oh, I think it still has default music. Yeah, and there we go. So there is my basic portal. It is wide as I want it. You can see that one square is where the event actually is right there, which is perfect. And now I want to make it swirl, and I want it to be I want you to be able to go through it, and then it's on top. I think those are the correct buttons I hit. Yeah, look at it swirl. Look at it go. And then you just kind of disappear right inside. And that's what I want, because your character's technically still behind it, but it's on top and through. So you just walk in and you disappear. I guess I could change the mode so you're on top as you walk through, and then it turns on top. But that seems more complicated than I want to deal with. I mean, it would look cool. That just seems more complicated than I want to deal with. So this is going to be our friend Solitar. Previously I have been using a Solitar. So Solitar isn't technically somebody you can have in your party in this version of the game, but I am going to change that. right now he's this guy. He's just no recolor, just the fighter. I'm going to change that though. I do like the green hair for him. But yeah, I'm gonna change some things in his design. But in order to do this, because I can do this, just going to do it randomly. XP, and I want it to be male because that's what Solitaire is, and he's going to be without an accessory. And then I'm just going to click regenerate until I see one that I like most of the elements of, because it's pretty easy to switch out a couple elements if you don't like them. I do like that. Okay, so I'm gonna click edit. You see, this one's super simple. So I'm gonna add item, XP, I'm gonna go to hair, and this is Mage 01. I'm going to see. And when it has a number like this, that means that it's actually taken a piece of one of these sprites. So if I went to mage, where are my mages? If I scroll down to mage 01, that's the hair. So yeah. So he's gonna have green hair. I do want it to be a darker green probably than this. So I'll have to add on top of it, because this hue, it's just hues, it won't make it like a bajillion times darker. Okay, so I'm gonna add that in top and then delete this one. It's easier to find the color that I want first. Then I'm gonna go through, and I do not want, select this. I do not want this headband here, so I am going to get rid of it. Here's another example of where I could have saved myself time if I had just selected everything and clicked delete. You'd see I selected everything, so I didn't go draw outside the lines, but I didn't hit delete. That's on me. And you can see it's kind of see-through right there. It's because, and he doesn't have hands, it's because there's just a head here. So I'm gonna have to add in a body. And then it doesn't work completely with the clothes, so just erase whatever doesn't work. I'm just erasing the legs since I've decided to go with the clothes legs. You can choose, you can keep the clothes, or you can keep the legs and just shift the clothes over so they match. It's just what I wanted to do. Then I decided I didn't like the look of the hair tie shadows thing that's going on here, so I'm redoing the hair so I like it more. It doesn't look bad, so whatever. Good enough for me. I like this gray, because then you're like, oh, is he wearing robes or is that armor underneath there? The answer is yes. By which case, I mean, I would like him to look more like a mage, but I also want him to wear armor, so whatever it looks like, just go for it. Now, I'm going to, instead of what I was about to do and just recoloring the eyes, I'm just going to add the eyes in like I did before with the hair and just choose a different color. Close that, and then you see there's new eyes, so I don't need these old ones, so I'm gonna delete them. And here he is. Is this what he's going to look like? Do I like this? Yeah. Yeah, I do. I do. Now the problem with making a custom sprite is then you also have to make a custom battler, which pretty sure I already established that I am not good at. But whatever. But for Solitaire as well, I need a sprite in different clothes. So I'm gonna take off these dark clothes and I'm going to not add a drawing layer. Whoops. I'm going to add item and then add like probably cloth. I think that's in here. Han Solo. Anyway, I need like prisoner clothes. Here we go. With a normal hue. I guess I could change the hue a little bit, but yeah. Normal hue. Prisoner clothes do add their own arms and stuff, so you can just leave that. I don't really like how the prisoner clothes lay. I mean, obviously it's not faded, but it makes them look a little fat. Huh, whatever. We're going to leave it. Okay, I'm gonna save that normally, and now I'm going to go into here and characters import both of these. So for this event, he's going to be a prisoner walking forward. You can see it just changes his outfit. I forgot to make his hair darker. I guess he just has lime green hair. No, I'll fix it. It would bother me if I left it. So in order to change hair, I am going to overwrite. So just select that. I'm gonna do continuous and add on and global. So I just select all of his hair pieces. That's not hair. Perfect, so it's all selected right now. Except for whatever that piece belongs to, but I don't even know. Okay, well, it's selected now. And then I'm going to go here and just dump gray on it. You can do any color, and I'm gonna put it into multiply. Gonna see normal, that's all the gray, so I kind of want in between. Just like a kind of like that. Perfect. Now it depends on what hue you want your hair here, because I wanted mine darker, and I didn't care if it was a little more like gray toned, so I just dubbed gray on it. But you could change this. You can change it to a darker green, you can change it to, I don't know, purple or whatever, and play with the different blending modes, whatever. But this is what I want. So now he's done. There we go. And now they are fixed with his darker hair color. Ta-da! I'm gonna put this as my control, which will auto run. Your starting position is just going to be here. Cut him and move him down because they're going to walk him towards the thing. I'm gonna have a guard. That's not how you spell guard, but you know what? I'm tough. Guard. And then whatever I want. Let's do. Who do I? Look how he is now. How he used to be. He used to be taller. I'm sorry I made you shorter. Whoops. Oh well. Let's just do... They're like actual guards. Soldier. Yeah. Do these guys. I'm just gonna change their hue, because I could go in. I color correct using the graphics because it doesn't change their skin tone if I change the hue or whatever. But these guards you just see from the back, so it doesn't matter. And even if it did, I might not change. I might not care. Now we're gonna put him here, and he is guard 02. And then I'm going to have a guard. I guess it matters for this guy. He's just gonna have blue skin. And he's number 3. Now we are going to... I'm going to put it on the grass so I can see where it is. We are going to... put the player's starting position. I guess I'm not going to scroll the screen. I could... then these guys have to walk. Sometimes I find if I have a lot of moving parts with XP, like I want all 3 of these to move forward, sometimes for some reason it just stops working. Like they just stop walking and the event breaks. I don't know what causes it, because sometimes I'll run an event several times and it works great, and then next time I'm playtesting the game, the event breaks, it doesn't work. And like, I mean, it still goes, like you get all the dialogue, but the characters don't move, and then it kind of ruins the whole point of the event when your characters don't move, so nothing's happening around you. It's kind of weird. So I like to have less moving characters, but this will have, I guess, just gonna have them take 1 step forward. Because again, I want to eliminate moving parts as much as possible. Your player is actually going to start out alone. You're not going to have people. Yeah, all these actors, they're great. And they no longer exist. Yay. We'll copy over to the next, because you can actually copy. Go into this one, open up a title, common event, and name it chest. And I can just paste. I guess I didn't even have to name it. Just done. Now I have a chest. You need a common event to open chests in XP. And that way you don't have to... This way, when you click on a chest, it opens itself up. Like with the animation, it looks better. VX, Ace, and probably VX. I don't have as much experience in that one, but it will do the common events for you, for chests and opening doors and things like that. So it's a little easier. But yeah, it just copies over from one game to the next, which is nice. I'm going to do the same thing with door. I'm just going to copy, go over to the other one, common events, change maximum. So I'm going to add another. And just paste. Bam, there's my doors. Now all my doors can open with an animation. So it's very nice. I think I can technically copy players over, like your characters, which actors, whatever. Yeah, see, I can. But the thing is, yeah, look at Jack's HP. He is the worst. And you can't get rid of him. He can't leave your party unless you kill him or like purposely leave him behind at certain events. At least that's how he was originally. I might change how it is. But the thing is, when I switch them over, Jack is not a recolor or anything like that, so he's already set to go. But for a lot of these, for Diana, for Ariadne, I have to move their character. I have to import their character and battlers graphics over. But yeah, you can just copy things, which is very nice, but I do have to go through and add everything so it actually works. But that's all I'm doing for today. It is 1 a.m. I need to sleep. Yeah, I will work on this later. Oh no. And then you turn it on. And you transfer player. Oops, you transfer player away, so onto a different map, technically. Anyway, set my move route here. Player You are going to be invisible. So like if I load it in, and I gotta change this so it's a different background. But yeah, you want to be invisible and it's like, oh no, and then ta-da. Yeah, the guard can't stand there. He can be won over. That's why you test things. Anyway, good night. Eat well, sleep well, drink lots of water. Bye.